để chào Quốc kỳ Hoa Kỳ, Quốc kỳ Việt Nam Cộng Hòa và Quân kỳ Việt Nam.
For that, we are forever grateful. Today, we are commemorating all those, especially over 58 American soldiers and over 300,000 Vietnamese soldiers who have courageously fight side by side and sacrifice their lives.
Kính thưa quý vị, bây giờ là giờ phút mà chúng ta đã chờ đợi từ 7 năm nay. Vải phủ tượng đài sẽ được mở ra. The statue is a symbol of the appreciation. Now is the moment of truth, the moment that we have waiting for 7 years. We would like to ask everyone, please stand. Chúng tôi kính mời tất cả quý vị cùng đứng lên. We also
Bồi tế chẳng có quan tổ quý all right.
Xin chào quý vị, chào các em. Thế hệ trẻ, the next generation. Thế hệ trẻ là tương lai, là sườn cồn của quê hương, của đất nhà. Tuy nhiên, chắc các em không quên rằng chúng ta là những gia đình Việt Nam tị nạn, biến cố 75. Vì cộng sản chúng ta vượt thoát, bỏ nước ra đi để đi tìm tự do, thấm thoát đã gần 40 năm. Chúng ta có được thế hệ thứ hai, thứ ba đã ra đời, và hôm nay các em đẹp đẽ, duyên dáng và tự hào rằng chúng ta là người Việt Nam. Chúng ta phải tự hào bởi vì chúng ta là con rồng cháu làng, và chúng ta không bao giờ quên được quê cha đất tổ của chúng ta. Đây là cuốn sách tôi viết bằng cặp mắt của tôi sau khi trốn thoát cộng sản, để nhắc lên các em biết chúng ta là ai, chúng ta từ đâu tới, và cho tương lai. Tôi hy vọng rằng các em sẽ là thế hệ trẻ đem tự do, công bình, bác ái cho quê hương Việt Nam. Xin chào.
Và cảm ơn dược sĩ Hứa Du.
Became a pharmacist, and he's my pharmacist up in Coral Springs at the moment. And he's written a book regarding the escape, and it details what happened to him in Vietnam and how he got out of there, and etc. And he's got his books here. I think the paperbacks are what, $20, and the hard copies are $30. And you'll be glad to sell it to you and I'll autograph it for you. But I'm going to let you go ahead and tell all about yourself and everything, and welcome. Go right in.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's such a privilege to be here with you guys, all the amazing people in this room. And I know a lot of you guys was Vietnam vets. Thank you very much. I want to thank Mr. Wayne McDonald, who made the connection to this organization, and I want to thank Kenneth Parkinson, who allowed this to happen for me to be here. And I want to thank you for your organization, give me the opportunity to be here to talk about what I have to say about my journey. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to take you back to one night, about 32 years ago. The night was the darkest night I ever remember. I was sitting in the room with several others. I was waiting and waiting for the right time to go to the boat. I waited and waited, and suddenly I heard the big loud noise from the main door pushed open. I stood up and looked out of my room. I saw a man with a long rifle. I recognized that the Viet Cong police. I turned my back. I turned to the back door and ran out of the room quickly as I could. The fear was tremendous. My breathing was so fast, and the panicking was unbelievable. I knew that I was so scared because I would get shot, killed, or captured and sent to the deepest jungle for the hard labor by the communists. Hello, my friends. My name is Du Hua. I was born in Quang Ngai, which is close to the Nang. I was born in the early 60s. And I was born in the war zone. The story about our people, the story that most of us can go through. Not for you. but maybe your father, your mother, your families. We happy. We are made it here. We are so great. We enjoy the freedoms. We have everything here. Anything at all. But don't forget how we got here. Unfortunately, the evil ambition of taking the South Vietnam from the North Communists have destroyed totally the heart and soul of the people. The fall of Saigon in April 1975 have made the South government collapse, devastated the entire region of South Vietnam. What's next? The communist regime continued to show their aggressiveness and brutality to the South Vietnamese people. Millions of Vietnamese fled the country in many different ways. The wave of the boat people rushed to escape the Red's evil communists with the unseaworthy watercraft. Nearly 500,000 boat people died and sank to the deepest ocean floor of the Pacific Ocean. Many got dropped, raped by the Thai pirates. The fate of the South Vietnamese people was the darkest in the human history. Now, after 37 years after the fall of Saigon, the people of Vietnam are still suffering under the most corrupted communist regime in every level. There's no human right of any kind in Vietnam. The freedom and democracy are totally suppressed. The national holidays. It was obvious that the communists were clearly the worst terrorists of the nightmare. They were cold-blooded and possessed evil mind. The regime made every effort to attack and kill the South Vietnamese people without any considerations. But they failed to realize one thing. The people of South Vietnam were brave. They braver than they were thought they would be. The South Vietnamese and the American armed force stood up and pushed back these terrible demons. The South Republic and the American armed force defeated the communists in Test Offensive 1968. After deterring the huge invasion of the North, the people of the South resumed to their normal life. However, the North Vietnam, they would never give up their ambition to take over the South. The war went on. Like my family, like many others, struggled. Dear my young friends, I'm so blessed and alive and be a part of St. Gregory's. I'm here in front of you and have the opportunity to speak with you about my journey to freedom. There is still much more we can do. I would like to thank you for listening, and I hope you would learn more about the value of freedom. Thank you very much.
can't sleep, standing on the edge of something strange. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by.
Hello, boys and girls. I want to take this opportunity for you to say thank you to our veterans, all veterans. Okay, when I count 1, 2, 3, we say thank you for freedom.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you, our veterans, for freedom. All right. Knowing freedom is so precious, I could not thank enough for the people who have fought and trying to preserve freedom and democracy around the world. There was more than 58,879 American lives. Over 300,000 of the South Vietnamese soldiers paid their ultimate sacrifice for the freedom of Vietnam. Many got wounded, and some got lucky enough to come back home. They are my heroes, and I thank them for their service. Without them, without our veterans, we wouldn't have the freedom we have today. However, I spoke with many Vietnam veterans. You know Vietnam veterans? The people who participated in the war there to protect the South Vietnam. And many of them tell me a very heartfelt story. They said that the United States involvement in the war come to forceful end. Many soldiers were fortunate enough to come back, were not welcome home. I felt heartbroken, and I could not understand. On March of 14 last year, I happened to watch a CBS News, World News. I saw American people lined up in the Dallas airport to welcome our troops home. And in that group, there's the mailman, he's Randy Grizzle, who is a Vietnam veteran. He was there to welcome troops home, and he also wanted to share his stories, his experience upon return from Vietnam. That was not a very good experience to him. An experience of abandon, disregard, disrespect, and deny their sacrifice. Mr. Grizzle had told a story of forgotten soldiers. I couldn't see the pain and the hurt inside Mr. Grizzle, who have wounded twice in the battle of the Vietnam War. He explained that he welcomed troops home as welcome his family members home. And that is his process of healing, because he got such a bad experience for his own. Mr. Grizzle is my hero. I respect him tremendously for his courage and bravery, as much as the pain and suffering he endured.
We're from Pioneer Middle School, 6th grade, and we would like to thank our veterans for our freedom.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful.